Minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Get Back podcast. I'm your host, Damian and Dusten, here with
Ayden Jones. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
welcome to episode 43 of the Get Back podcast. Listen, it's Super Bowl weekend. I feel like it's only fair that 43 goes to a Super Bowl champion, Troy Polamalu. I think that's a good one.
As a Browns fan, I disagree, but we can roll with him for today.
Best safety of all time?
We don't care.
Wow. You just don't want to say Ed Reed. Ed Reed. You just don't want to say Ed Reed. That's all.
Come on, man. Like you said, we have Super Bowl talks this weekend. This is going to be a special podcast. We have huge in basketball, huge in football.
Absolutely.
Like we said, we do want to start off with the Super Bowl, Patriots versus Seattle Seahawks. Where do you want to start off with this? I want to possibly jump into some matchups, maybe some prediction, and then who we think will win in the game.
Yeah, I think obviously you have to first stop into the quarterbacks, man.
Yeah.
Sam, Drake. I mean, these two guys they're in completely opposite spots of their careers
Yeah.
right now. And I think both of them couldn't use a Super Bowl more for their resume.
For sure. We talked about it. We said who has the most to gain, who has the most to lose.
Yep.
We both disagreed. I said Sam Darnold. I think Sam Darnold has had a full turnaround for his whole career. We know, obviously, he started off with the Jets. That went nowhere. He's been traded around a couple times. He did see a Super Bowl as a backup, though, on San Fran. But at least he has experience. So I think that this would be crazy if he is able to turn that around with the Seattle team. Like you said, Drake May. That is a 23-year-old who has potential to do the unthinkable right now.
Exactly. The unthinkable. So if he were to do that, I just think he would gain so much more from a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He would obviously fully establish himself as the best quarterback in the 24 quarterback draft class, which we're talking about in high regards. I think we'll get into that actually a little bit later. But for Drake to have a Super Bowl championship, Pro Bowl, I mean, you would have to. He was second in MVP.
Second in MVP
It
voting.
was a close vote.
Like you said, Pro Bowl. And he's got through this playoffs. Like I
Exactly.
think turnovers, fumbles, all that can be put against him, but he still
now
has had a
Super
great
Bowl,
run.
If they win this game, because here's the reality of the situation. Obviously, the Seahawks are favored.
Right.
If they win this game, it's going to be because Drake May played a great game.
It would have to be, but it's also if they lose this game, it could be because
Drake May lost
played a bad game.
Absolutely.
Like, this is a game where he almost has to be flawless. I'm talking about 0 to maybe 1 turnover, no fumbles.
I honestly think he can have some turnovers. He can afford to, just simply because I think the Patriots defense, from a coverage standpoint, can probably force more turnovers.
I see Seattle getting more turnovers. Like if you
Just
look at
against Sam,
defensive
I just think it's a matchup problem. I do believe, like, yes, the Seahawks secondary is better than the Patriots and whatnot. I just think, like, the matchup that it is, I could see the Patriots keeping it close because their defense is playing well.
Seattle's defense should be aiming for about 2 turnovers from Drake May. I can't say the Patriots are going to.
You don't see Sam Darnold throwing 2 picks in a Super Bowl, biggest game of his career?
Sam Darnold, that's the thing.
Drake
May as a young quarterback, if he throws more than 30 passes, he's 1 for 7 in his whole career. He's going to be focusing on the run a little bit more. Sam Darnold, if he throws maybe 25 throws, he still has Kenneth Walker, who I think he can depend on way more than I think Drake May has to depend on his run game at the moment. With the defense, no. The defense, you can get a Kenneth Walker through the Patriots defense way more than you can get a Trayvon or a Stevenson through a Seattle defense.
That I do agree with. I think simply the way that the Patriots can keep it close is playing an old school football game. Time of possession.
Yeah.
Maybe you leave with some field goals, but maybe your defense comes out and stops the Seahawks. They can keep it close. Then in the fourth quarter, anybody's dangerous at that point.
It is.
It's the Super Bowl, so I think everybody's plays just going to be elevated.
We'll see a lot of screenplays, I'll say, for Patriots, I think so.
Oh, of course.
Like 8 to 10 screenplays. But I think we're talking a lot about the Patriots. I do want to move over a little bit to Seattle.
Yeah.
Somebody who just won Offensive Player of the Year, JSN. Do you think he could have a big game this week?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a week where I haven't been like, JSN can't have a big game.
Right.
Unless, and we've never seen a matchup with Paz or Tan, obviously. We were robbed of that. I don't want to get into that. But
okay.
I think, like, Pat and Jay, that he's on that level. We just simply don't know. He can break out against anybody.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Like I said, I think their defense, this is going to be their game. Like, I think we will see some from the offense. I think it's going to be a close game. I'm talking about 24-21 type of game for sure. But I think this offense can show us something also. Like I said, I think the run game will be a big part of this game.
It will, but to your point, JSN having a big game. He's going to be covered probably by Christian Gonzalez for most of the game. That's an interesting matchup.
It is an interesting
like I said, because I don't put Christian Gonzalez
a somewhat three-headed monster at the moment. I know it didn't look like that in the beginning of the season or like kind of towards the end. This playoffs, it looks like Cup, Rashid, and JSN have been on a tear. And that's hard to guard, especially when they're all on the same side, jumbled up. Who's going to guard who?
And I think the thing is, we've seen more explosive plays from Rashid out of the special teams.
Yeah.
If they can finally fully get him even more involved in the pass game, to your point, I think they. While you say it can be a close game, it could also be a blowout. It could also be a blowout.
I mean,
side.
The Seahawks, six times out of this whole year, who have they played? They've played the Rams and the 49ers 3 times.
Yeah.
CMC to me is the best, if you want to call it, the best running back in the league at the moment. You play that 3 times, and then you play at Kyron Williams. They're ready for whatever I think that this team is going to throw at them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I think, to your point, it's going to depend on all these offensive variables. I think Rashid might even have to get a special teams touchdown.
You don't need it, but a cool one where he rushes all the way to like their other side of the 40.
I think
that would be huge.
Here's the thing: I'll know in like the first 4 drives where this game's going. And truly, I think if we see the Seahawks defense just smother the Patriots,
now what if it goes? Seattle comes out with the ball, they score. Patriots get the ball back, they score. Seattle gets the ball back, they score. But then
it's going back and forth.
Patriots do not score the next time you did that. It's just
I think that could possibly end it.
I got
with JSN, with the type of talent that JSN is, and to your point,
unless they like come out there and cook, because you want to know what Mike Vrabel is not a bad. That's coach of the year.
No,
like not. That's not a bad coach. Their offensive coordinator is great. Like I just don't see that like I don't see that them just letting it kind of slip loose if they let one go. If they let one drive go, it's no way that it's over after that one.
Yeah. And I'm looking at these stats here as well. The pass offense for the Seahawks is 8th. Yeah. Pass defense for the Patriots is 9th.
Yeah.
That's going to be a closer battle than
it's going to be close with the Patriots. This is a full turnaround. I mean, like last year they were last in almost everything. Defense, offense, second in offense right now. I know their offensive points per game is up there too. Defense is totally different. Like this is a different team. One thing I will say I am scared of though, some of those rookies on the Patriots. I think like they have a couple starting.
Like Trayvon?
Like Will Campbell. I think Will Campbell will be getting.
I'm not to say Trayvon's.
I'll never talk about Trayvon personally. I have high hopes for Will Campbell, but we have also seen him get fully demolished. Yeah. And this D line, they looking at him licking their chops right now. They're licking their chops.
Yeah, if they can exploit to Will Campbell within the first couple drives, that'll tell us a lot about where the game is going to be headed as well.
For sure.
Because I think Drake May's going to need some time. Simply. Against that secondary, how complex it is to read that defense, you're going to need more time. And if they don't give them to that, they can chalk up that game in the first quarter. It'll be similar to what the Eagles did against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I do want to move on to something, though. Yeah. I want to talk about, we talked about what it means legacy-wise for Drake May and Sam Darnold.
Yep.
JSN is Stephon Diggs. Yeah. Obviously on a little bit career paths. We talked about this a little earlier. Who is it bigger for in this legacy? Obviously, you said Stephon Diggs. Yeah. You spend on that?
For right now, Stephon Diggs, you look at the teams that he has come from. Minnesota Vikings, he had the Minnesota Miracle.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be a Super Bowl, possibly. You go to Josh Allen and the Bills. You have the best quarterback, one of the best duos that we saw at that time, completely tore it up. Things happen over there. Now you're in Houston.
Yep.
You go to Houston where you have a great, like we talked about, 3-headed monsters. It didn't get any better than Tank, Nico, and Stephon Diggs at that time. That was showtime. They were out there. CJ Stroud on the ball. That obviously didn't work out with injuries. Now you go to the Patriots team. You have a young MVP in Drake May. This is his moment. Like it's simply his moment. JSN obviously getting Offensive Player of the Year. That's a killer. It kind of hurts a little bit from my argument, but Stephon Diggs to get a ring this late, that would be huge. I mean that would be huge. Go ahead, JSN. Go
Yeah,
ahead, JSN.
I just really see this is JSN's for the taking, man. I mean, right now the trajectory of his career
Yeah.
has such a higher ceiling than
Sure.
Stephon Diggs at this point. A ring on top of an offensive player of the year.
Oh yeah.
That is
Oh yeah.
that is actually like the trifecta in basketball.
It is.
That's like getting MVP, finals MVP.
It is.
That's what that is like. To
'Cause
get it in, to get an award in your set offense or defense and win the Super
I
Bowl.
want to ask a question. Do you believe that if Seattle wins this game, which will obviously be their 10th straight if they do, does JSN get the Finals MVP or the Super Bowl MVP?
It really, really depends.
What type of game would he have to get the MVP?
He'd have to have over 200 yards.
150. He would have to have
No,
150.
no.
Either like 110 and 2 touchdowns or 150 and 1. Yes.
2 touchdowns. Has to be over 1.
It has to be over 1,
touchdown.
but I'm saying if he only gets 1, then he needs 150.
Because I'm also holding on to faith that Sam Darnold might not have a bad game.
I don't think that Sam Darnold will have a bad game, but it's going to be solely based off of his wide receivers just barking. Sam Darnold has a lot of 10-yard, 12-yard throws, even 5 yards that turn into 35-yard pops. Why? Great receivers, great speedy receivers. Every time.
That is true.
Every time. I mean, you even have Kenneth Walker. He can kind of catch the ball on a little flats outside too. He has so many options. And not even that, if you lose on one drive, your defense is going out there to take heads off. So you're not that worried. You're not in full panic mode at all.
That is true. Another side of the game I do want to talk about quick is Zach Charbonnet will not be playing. This is going to be his second game out. He does have 12 rushing touchdowns for the Seahawks. Yeah. And let's not pretend that he wasn't a big part of their offense.
Of course.
Going into the Super Bowl against a pretty stingy D line, do you think that the Zach Charbonnet injury is going to show more than it did last game for them?
No. I think Kenneth Walker, not in a bad way. He's been waiting for his moment for so long. I mean, Kenneth Walker would have, 80 yards in a drive, and they will put in Charbonnet to score the last 1 yard drive. Like that was just crazy. And I know that last game, we finally got to see what he could do by himself. No disappointment there at all. So I believe this actually helps him a little bit. What you think?
Yeah, I think so too. I think you might get some more explosives from Kenneth.
Yeah.
But I think some of those important third down, first down runs that Zach Charbonnet gets, whether it's on a screen pass,
right,
those are going to be missed. He does ignite a spark into the run game because Kenneth and Zach are a little bit different runners.
Yeah.
So I think the way that Kenneth runs and the way Zach runs, it complements each other well.
Right.
Without him, it's going to be interesting because to your point, I do think it's going to give him more opportunities to have explosives. But if he does get 7, maybe if this is a gritty game, 7, 10 more touches.
For sure, yeah. Yeah.
If
but
that happens,
that's the thing.
Does Kenneth not start to gas out? And then when you go to your third string, that part is done.
Kenneth can gas out because the offense is still stacked. Like you look at it, even if Kenneth Walker gets into the red zone and they do nothing, the red zone offense for Seattle is not bad. Like they know how to pass the ball and still get it into the end zone when they're in that 10 to 20 yard range right there. So it's not like a worry at all. I'm not trying to bloat about Seattle. It's just I'm not finding many weaknesses in their game at the moment. Like they're on a 9-game win streak for a reason right now.
They are. I think to your point, they are also the most complete team left in football.
It is.
When you look at the defense, we say it's 1. I think it's 1.
Yeah.
Their offense, we could easily argue
offense,
is a top 5.
Top
exactly.
5.
We can argue top 5. So to your point, there's not that many weaknesses. I think there's more questions on the Patriots side. That is all. And I think when it comes down to that, I'm going to give my pick. I'm ready.
Going ahead.
I think it's going to be.
I kind of gave mine a little earlier. I have the same type of thought. I have 24-21 Seattle.
31-27.
Not a bad game. I do want to ask, do you have like a bold stat line prediction?
I do. I think
I got one. I don't know if it's bold too. I think like it's a regular one. I got Rashid all-purpose yards, 100 and a touchdown. Yeah, all-purpose.
Yeah,
That's not bad. That's not bad.
I'll probably say JSN 180.
All right, now we both gave one for Seattle. What about
Patriots, I would say.
I got Christian Gonzalez with a pick.
I got
12,
Trayvon Henderson.
tackle. I got him with
I
some
see.
stuff.
I see Trayvon Henderson over 100 yards.
All right.
Rushing.
Now, I talked about it a little bit earlier because we said if Drake May does throw 30, 35 passes, he's 1 for 7. Will he have to throw the ball that much to win this game?
We'll be able to tell earlier in the game. I just question that offensive line.
They're gonna try to
Seahawks
run it
line.
a little bit. They're gonna try to run it early, and they're gonna say that they can't.
Exactly.
And then you're
And
gonna
then
have to watch Drake.
And
May
if it
after.
forces Drake May to throw it, then it'll be interesting because he is a good passer.
He
It's
is.
just this is a very different defense that you're playing.
It is.
So that's your pick?
24-21 Seahawks. I think Seahawks, and I do have, if so, JSN winning the Super Bowl MVP for sure. For sure. To finish out that
JSN.
year like that, offense play of the year, you steal it from Puka.
And he solidifies himself as the best receiver in the NFL.
Yeah, Emerald route artist, man. Yes.
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 Oh,
Yes.
you did not just say
Yes.
he's the Emerald City route
Emerald
artist.
City artist, yo.
You are crazy. Yeah, I agree. Totally. I think that's a Shea Gilgeous-Alexander year. And I think it's only fair. When you get the triple crown of such, when you get the
Gosh.
offensive player rookie of the year,
course.
when you get the MVP, when you get the championship MVP, and you solidify yourself as a champion, but now you're out for the next 3 weeks. Come on.
I mean, yeah, bro.
That's the first thing I wanted to talk about. We're obviously going to get into the trade deadline because we're going to talk about the first trade. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander being out for potentially a long time could make the West interesting.
It's going to make the West interesting. It also makes the MVP race very more interesting at the moment.
Absolutely. Wait.
Absolute joke. Yoga's back. I know.
Yoga's back. 1 for 12 from 3.
1 for 12 from 3, but also moved back into the top 3 of the MVP race. I'm glad that you took that one game against the Knicks away.
No,
every game he has cooked.
That is true.
He came back on limited minutes and dropped 30. What was it? 32, 15, and 5.
30, 12, and 5.
That's still crazy. You're like that. Like that's any different. That's crazy.
No, I agree. I think, but just for right now, it still has to be Shea. I mean, what? You look at the only person averaging more points than him is Luka. Luka plays no defense. He's out. JB to me,
let Yoke get more comfortable. Because it's not going to be JB. It's not going to be Luka. It's not going to be Cade. It's not like they're in the conversation for top 5.
It's Yo and Shea.
It's Yoke and Shea.
This is what feels like a marathon of 2 people.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, when Yoke went out at first, we were like, oh, it's over. Shea's going to win it. Run away. Now
well, it was depending on how long he was out.
How long he was out. And he waited just to the end.
Yeah, he did.
It's going to be it's going to be interesting to see how this works.
Especially after because you're telling me all these players, it is not obviously just Yoke, but Yoke included, that all these players get to go from All-Star break. Obviously, Yoke, he gives 0 to little effort in the All-Star game, so he will be able to rest a little bit, take that little time off, and you think he will not come back almost like at like a 90% type of thing? I think so. I think that he's going for his MVP again. Like he's back. He said he's back. And it was one bad game. One bad game where he still played great because it was somebody just shooting.
Shea over the past couple before his injury it was even elevating.
Yeah.
So for me, it was just it would have been interesting.
We talking about MVPs. We're past it. It was so much stuff that happened. Like you said, I want to talk about trade deadline. Like, I mean, we could go anywhere from this. I do want to start off with one, obviously, because I am a little hurt. You guys see what I'm wearing. Cavaliers traded Darius Garland for James Harden. We talked about this. Obviously, it was a 36-year-old being traded for a 26-year-old.
And I want to talk about how I'm glad you finally changed your mind. And I'm glad you finally came back.
That's the thing I didn't. I didn't because I'm still very upset. I still think that it was for the moment for the Cavs to win. In a year or so, it will be another loss. James Harden, as we have all known him, to be a choke artist, he will either leave his team or he'll leave them doing both. It's simply the same thing. Everywhere he goes, yes, we are stacked. Yes, we had some moves with the whole team, but I do not know how much this helps us in the long run.
listen. I think there's a guy that's averaging 25 and 8, and listen, he's the reason why this Clippers team was even able to stay afloat. He was going out of his mind when Kawhi was hurt and he was by himself. He was going out of his mind, and even with Kawhi, he's been playing well. Listen, in a loss against Denver, he had 25 and 9.
So, a Darius Garland, one of the last true point guards in the league.
Yeah.
I get availability is the
yes.
best
DG
ability.
was not playing simply, and James does play. We can't sit here and be like and say James doesn't play.
We know he plays.
Here's the thing: Don wanted James, and I think that's what's important too. People don't realize it has to be harder to play with somebody that you genuinely don't like playing with.
No, he shut that down. He did. It was injuries. When you're not playing with somebody who is not playing, whether you like playing with them or not, it hurts. That's simply it. That's all. He did like playing with DG.
James. I hope you know he said, I want to play with James Harden. And he knew
I
what
guarantee
that
he picked James because he saw that we could not get Giannis. Guarantee you. I can guarantee you that if we were able to get Giannis, DG wouldn't have been nothing. That's all I'm gonna say.
You would have had to give up a lot for that. But I think this is a win for the Cavaliers because, listen, he is 36, only does have 2 years left on the deal. Obviously, I think OKC wins the ring this year. Next year, it'll be interesting to see what that roster looks like. I mean, maybe
cool.
3-peats are hard.
You want to know what?
You're telling me James Harden, Donovan Mitchell.
Like I said,
Tyson.
It's a win for right now because, like you said, I think we will be in the finals.
Darius Garland
we will be in the
Clippers
finals this year.
To say it's a long-term win for the Clippers. I did say it was a long-term win for them.
It's a long-term win for the Clippers.
That's the best case scenario.
You somehow got Darius Garland and a pick for James Harden. James Harden, he's good now. Like you said, averaging 25. He is a time bomb. He has father time coming up. He's 36. He's 36. Yes, he's averaging high points. Yes, he helped the Clippers go on that 17-4 run over the last 21 games before he got traded. That was all cool. Darius Garland has done so much, not just for himself, but for Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, even Tyson when he's playing the game. He is one of the enforcers of the team. Like that whole team started with Darius Garland. That all started with him, and to see it kind of go like this, that's why it's a little. It's frustrating.
I can't wait for you to see James play.
Me either, because guess what? We're going to the finals. We're going to the finals. We have the best team in the East. I said long term. We have the best team in the East right now. We're seeing Detroit. We're seeing Boston. We're seeing the Knicks.
Wow.
Everybody, what? We have the best team in the East.
Go ahead.
Is long term. Long term. That's all I'm saying.
So you're saying that's your pick now?
Yes, we got rid of Lonzo, got Keon Ellis and Dennis Schroeder. Yes.
Listen, you know what? Because you shifted over to the East. Let's talk about the East then. I want to talk about the East with you then.
What trades you want to talk about? Obviously, I got my Cavs on the way.
I want to talk about Anthony Simons. Anthony Simons getting traded
for my boy Vooch.
Yeah, for Vucevic in a trade that sends Simons to the Chicago Bulls.
And they kind of swap second round picks too.
Yeah. Here's my thing with Chicago. They're so guard centric right now. That
very.
I think this is almost. This is like a rebuild year again. Obviously, it's a little different because they don't feel like they have to genuinely tank.
Right.
They just need one or two pieces. They're going to figure out which guards they want to keep aside from Giddey. They're going to keep those guards in the offseason and try to go big fish hunting. I think that's the only thing Chicago can really do right now.
I guess so. But like you said, a lot of guards.
Because it's probably going to be.
But
here's the thing: it's probably going to be Giddey. It's probably going to be Giddey.
Yeah.
Simons and Jaden. They're going to keep three. They'll keep three. And if Jaden got to come off the bench, so be it. He hasn't been playing that great recently.
Possibly. But they made a lot of moves. Because like I feel like you gave away your big guy to just gain more guards. Like it's not helping anything. Unless are you relying on Mateus? Are you relying on him?
They did. They were.
And they lost all games since then. Obviously, you got rid of Kobe, so you got rid of one guard. You got rid of Ayo. I don't see it.
You add Yabusele, which he's not really a traditional big. I don't see it either. That ain't it, Shaw.
That ain't it, Shaw.
It's not.
That ain't it, Shaw.
But for the Celtics, who are sitting at number 2, to get Vucevic, what are your thoughts on Boston, who's currently holding number 2 right now?
That is where I think that was a very good trade on Boston. Yeah, I think obviously you let go of Baby Dame and Anthony, but to get Vooch back, he is almost like an upgraded Kristaps Porzingis. He is somebody who can hit the 3, but he also is not afraid of the paint at all. Like, he knows how to get rebounds. He plays defense. Like, he is a traditional big that has added a three ball to his game. It's something that Boston needed for sure, at least at the moment. And then when JT comes back, that's still going to help them. So this was a win for Boston.
Absolutely, because to your point, Kristaps didn't even play that much either.
At all. He played, 24 games in 2024. The year before that, less game. Like, every year, he's always injured. Every single year. Same thing's going to happen where he goes to the Warriors. I mean, it's going to be the same thing. Easily.
Yeah, and it sucks because they're wasting Steph's. This is a sidebar. They're wasting Steph's last good years, which is ridiculous.
Now, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to kind of pivot over like that,
on.
but for them to let the JK thing go off, that possibly was a closer piece for them. That was definitely closer.
It was. Getting rid of Kuminga, trading him to the Atlanta Hawks.
You had them in dead stock, basically. At the end of the bench, it was him and Buddy Hield having DMPs.
He's going to cook in Atlanta.
He will cook in Atlanta.
I think
he
will.
He's finally free. Chains are off of my guy.
I like him and Jalen.
I like him with just
tandem.
Atlanta.
I like him with Atlanta too, but I think him playing alongside a point facilitator, like that's Jalen can do it all.
Jalen can do it all.
So I think he can unlock a part of JK's game.
JK, obviously, CJ McCollum has not been playing bad at all. Like that team.
No. Ricochet before the injury was cooking.
Atlanta Hawks, they are a certified 7 through 10 team in the East. Simply, you don't know where they'll sit, but they will definitely be
a full season with this team after Jock Landale dropped 26 and 11 with 4 blocks.
I still see them as 7 and 10. You want to know why? 76 is on the come up.
They could be 6. They could be.
You want to take over 76ers
next year.
Okay. I do want to go back to the.
They would take over Toronto. Toronto's just having a good stretch of games.
Toronto's having a good stretch of games, even though my Cavs jumped over them.
Yeah.
Sorry. I do want to go back to the East. I'm about Cavs stuff not getting. Like, I'm more excited, man. I do want to go back to the East. This is one of the bigger trades of the trade deadline. The Wizards land Anthony Davis as the Mavericks pivot off of that little scruffle they had with getting Anthony Davis for Luka, which finally turned into Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Tyus Jones, and Marvin Bagley with, of course, a lot of picks. What is your take on that one?
Listen, we kind of talked about this on the IG, but AD, I don't want to say he's wash goods, but he's a lesser valued superstar at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
Washington felt as if they could kind of end their rebuild by getting him, which I think was a bad mistake. Listen, they won the trade in a sense that now they're going to be relevant. I think no doubt if Anthony Davis is healthy with Trae Young next year, that's a good 2-man game. That could be the play-in team that takes Atlanta's spot.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't love the move in the sense how much longer does AD really have of great years that you're going to get from AD?
Right now, this is a win-win move for both. This is a win-win for
in the sense that they get to
Wizards,
be relevant.
I'm saying the Wizards. It's not. I mean, relevant, but this year, as we know, Trae Young and Anthony Davis are not playing.
If not,
next year when this team comes back fully healthy, I'm talking about the 1 through 5 on starting lineup, all of the decent role players you have, and then the draft, which they have a top 8 draft pick next year. That will be different. Alex start running the 5. AD gets to go back to the 4. You have Trae Young
at the point,
just at the point, orchestrating everything
forward.
That's a good team.
It's a good
it's
team.
Not even that. I think that we're forgetting all that came with Anthony Davis. This is a Jaden Hardy, huge backup guard. D'Angelo Russell, if you want to get that, I guess he always got to go with Anthony Davis, and then Dante Exum, which I am not upset about. I'm not upset about for who you had to give up, but like I said, it's a win more for Dallas because this is for Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
Cooper Flag has the face of Dallas right now. He is out. The past month or two, he's been on a tear of averaging just different 30 balls everywhere. You get draft flexibility. You get the second apron off of your back. This is more for their future. And it's definitely working out after all that has happened within the last year for Dallas.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I want to talk about one more trade.
Yeah.
This trade, in my opinion, has the biggest potential longer-term effects than right now because it's really not going to have no impact now. The Indiana Pacers made a trade with the Los Angeles Clippers where they got Ivica Zubac. in a trade where the Pacers gave up a lot of picks.
They gave a lot of picks. You know how I was really actually surprised with, not surprised, obviously come up, he was a free agent. Benedict Mathurin. He was like one of their guys. Like that was one of their guys. And I was kind of surprised that he was let go. But like you said, to get those picks back was a lot. It was a lot. Two first and a second. It was a lot.
And now you're trying to build your front court.
Yeah, you are.
You want your front court to be.
But I understand it, because guess who you have? Tyrese Halliburton. Injury or after injury, he will be coming back almost the same way. Yeah. I expect him to make those same passes, same shooting, if not shooting better. Yeah, everything should be good. He's not a huge driving player at all. He likes to orchestrate the floor. So I think this will be great for them.
It will. And on the Clippers side, they're building their backcourt.
Yeah.
I mean, that's DG and Benedict Mathurin now. Yeah. And I think that's an interesting start.
That balances out a little bit for defense and offense, for sure.
That with Kawhi?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
it's just
still got Derrick Jones on the
big.
bench.
If they can get a big next year, they're right back in this weird conversation. Yeah. They're right back in that combo.
Yeah.
Now I just want to move on to the teams, man. I feel like it's only fair. We need to talk ball. There has been so much that has happened. Obviously, we talked MVP race. Jokic is back. Shea's out. It seems like teams are finally working out.
Yeah.
You know, it's load management. We can call it what it is. We see some teams before the All-Star break resting their guys, especially after trade deadline.
Yeah.
Which team in the East do you think is going to jump up the most and make this playoff push?
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. For the moment,
you can say it.
The Cleveland Cavaliers. I don't see how. Yes, it's biased. It is biased, but we are adding someone who averages 25 next to Donovan Mitchell, which is somebody, like you said earlier, you're very correct. Donovan wanted. This is somebody that Donovan wanted. If it doesn't work out, I'll be very, very surprised. The only thing I'm really scared about, nothing regular season. It's all playoffs. All playoffs. Does James Harden help the Cavaliers push past that second round? It's the only thing I'm really scared about.
Yeah, that's very true. Where do you think they could finish?
2.
They could
finish 2. We are.
2.
I will say it's a little late to get past Detroit unless they go like on a huge kind of bad run. I'll say like a 10 game slump. If not, I think we're right there with the Knicks and Boston. Obviously, Toronto's on our on the back end too, but this is somewhere where we can go back up to the 2 spot and reclaim our spot in the East.
Yeah, and in the East, man, I do want to talk about Detroit.
Yeah.
Detroit, to your point, probably won't be caught by Cleveland or really anybody else.
I don't think they're getting caught by anybody. Yeah.
Here's an interesting stat for you. Last night, the Pistons beat the Dog Water.
The Dog Water. Bless
Excuse
you.
me.
Dog Water. I mean, that was bad.
They beat the Dog Water 118-80.
Yeah.
Cade Cunningham, 11 points.
Yep.
4 field goals on 11 shot attempts. He did not play good. But did it matter?
Did it matter?
No.
That game, I mean, it was 76 to like 45 at a point.
Yes.
It was pretty bad. That game was bad, but it just shows you how deep that team is.
That's the point. They are in Eastern Conference Oklahoma City.
At the moment, yeah.
With just a lesser superstar.
And you know why I say that? Because, OKC usually comes to the East and they whoop our ass. OKC whoops anybody's ass in the East. You know how that usually goes. Detroit is actually they're playing some people in the West right now. I think who did they play? Was it Denver? Who did Detroit just play?
Denver twice.
Denver twice. And that's what I was looking like. They are getting to the point where an East team is able to compete with the West. That means something, and it does. That usually means something because it's almost like you play with the big dogs a little bit. You play with the big dogs,
of course.
And they held their own. I mean, it was Tobias Harris hooping. You had your bench guys coming in. Obviously, Duren, he got his first NBA All-Star, so he's been playing out of his mind. That team is stacked. Yeah. I mean, like it's stacked not necessarily by name-wise, but when you look at the grit and the hustle of those players, it's a deeper team.
This is going to be top 5 in the West.
Yeah.
Maybe over the Lakers. I wouldn't put them against anybody else.
Lakers, man. Oh, boy.
But, so who's your pick on the Eastern side this early to go to the finals? Cavs?
Can I ask you again? Because I feel like
Detroit,
I really don't want to be that biased.
I think New York. I think it's going to be New York.
Nah, it's really between Detroit or the
Yeah,
Cavs, man.
I think
It's
Jalen.
between
Listen,
Detroit
I
and
know
the
you
Cavs.
don't like
and at the moment, right now, it's Detroit. Detroit will be going to the finals at the moment. We have not seen how James Harden looks with the Cavs at all. So everything I'm saying is it's outside of my mouth. Like, we haven't seen it. We haven't seen how it looks. We haven't seen how that will be structured. We haven't seen what Kenny will do with it. But from what I'm picturing, it will be between Detroit and the Cavs, and we'll see where it goes from there.
That's yeah. I would have yeah, like I said, the Knicks. I think Jalen Brunson. I think that team has been together for a couple years now and always come up short.
After
I think,
getting their ass whooped by Detroit.
yeah. And then I know, call me crazy. Josh Hart left the game early with an injury.
Yeah.
He's a big tone setter for them. Cat needs to figure out the foul thing. Shit.
I said this, man.
I'll say it.
I said this.
The foul shit is crazy.
Man.
So
it's terrible. Every
it's
game, especially if you want to know what sucks actually, every time he somehow makes it to the fourth quarter, they always end up going to OT. Almost every single time.
Foul out.
And he's out within the first minute or two.
And that's not
first
good.
minute or two, he's out. And you want to know what? Because everybody targets him every time. Like, we know it now. Everybody knows who target Cat, and it's the same thing every game, and he will get fouled out. He will.
Yeah. So I think he's really the key if they want to go to the finals. He's gonna have to elevate his performance, stop fouling. And yeah, that's my pick though. Knicks for sure.
The Knicks.
Yeah.
That's I feel like for that moment that's a wild take because I take all the other three teams. I take even Boston over the Knicks right now. I'm being really honest. Boston's on a 5-game win streak,
Really?
34-18. Yeah, I think that Boston right now, if they were to see the Knicks in a playoff series, possibly. And we're seeing this without JT. JT potentially coming back by the playoffs.
I don't think JT's coming back this year.
Think, what he said he wasn't.
I don't think he is.
Said it's cut. Still on a 5-game win streak. You're still sitting second in the East for a reason. So yeah, I see it. Let's go over to the West. Like we said, top 5. No, sitting at number 5 is the Lakers. They tried to make one move. They made one move,
which was a good move.
Good move for what?
For the Lake. What do you mean?
Good move for what?
They got.
What is their main problem? Yeah, shooting is
defense.
The defense.
Luke Kennard's not a traffic cone.
That helps.
You're just getting a different person. Helps. You just need somebody else in the building.
I know when you get rid of Gabe, what if Gabe was the reason everybody defense was dog? What if they just start showing up, man? Because Gabe was almost a terrorist to the boys for a little bit. Like they hated that guy, bro. Wait. I'm just saying they hated the guy. I mean, they
they did. But my thing is this: I think Luke Kennard is gonna.
Luke Kennard is shooting over 50.
He's shooting best shooting,
and he was just on the Hawks.
You just got AR back. AR dropping third. Yeah. I told you, and I told you
were corrected by AR because
I was right about it.
You guys were very correct by AR. I was a little.
AR would be like all NBA third.
If he didn't get injured.
If he didn't get injured. He was on his run. He dropped 31 off the bench with Bron and Luka.
He was on his run. I remember that was one of our arguments. He was definitely on the run. He got injured, obviously, and that derailed that whole conversation. But the way he came back was at his second game to hoop like that.
Yes.
Headband. It's almost
taking
like headband
logo shots.
Yeah.
And that's LeBron's guy.
LeBron love AR.
That's
LeBron love AR. He do.
And here's the thing. Their defense has been horrendous. It's been so bad. The fact that they're sitting 5th is a blessing.
It's so crazy. Every time I look at the West, I'm like, dang, the Lakers ain't fell yet. Minnesota again still behind them.
Yeah, because I think the Phoenix Suns and the Minnesota Timberwolves could beat the Lakers.
Because you want to know what? You want to know what's so funny with the Lakers? It's like every time they play a very good team, they usually always will lose. But they always get them easy teams, and that's one thing. They're winning against the easy teams now. Like, they are just simply in the middle. They're in the middle right now. Like, they can go on a run, but then when they play that decent team, it's like, okay, like you know what can happen. Like, they play Golden State next, I think that could be a win. But then you play OKC, San Antonio. Those are possibly back-to-back losses automatically. No defense. Yeah. You miss one shot, you're getting 5 points back on the other side. Like, it's gonna be one of those.
And it's Luka, man. Luka can score. Anytime I see Luka drop like 56 or anything crazy, I'm like, wow, that's awesome. He had all that energy because he wasn't playing defense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey man, he be pulling the Cam Thomas. He's a certified Cam Thomas, man. Certified a taller Cam Thomas.
If Cam Thomas were to sign with the Lakers, how funny would it be? That team would be.
And
would be
the
statistically the worst
delusional
defensive
Lakers fans
team.
wanted him, right? Delusional Lakers fans want anybody that's on the trade block,
Or anybody that just is relevant.
No, anybody that's breathing. They possibly would take us. If Sham said, "Yo, we're on the trade block," they want us, bro. Simply. We're dropping 105 on Cam Thomas, though. I saw Cam Thomas could drop 200 on us, but he wouldn't get the ball back from us dropping. That's all I'm saying. We're coming 105.
But no, listen. The
Wait, who do we say that one time was Cam Thomas and who was
the
other guy?
Worst center in the NBA. It doesn't matter. If
He's running pick and
I would score 105.
pick and pop with Dame is crazy.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Listen, like I said, blessing they're at 5. I think they could honestly slip to a play-in spot. I like Phoenix lost their last game. They're 6-4 the last 10.
No, Phoenix is nice in Minnesota. That's why I said every day I look and see how the hell are Minnesota and Phoenix not above us every time.
Yes, and I do want to talk about I do want to see on Phoenix really quick.
Yeah.
Dylan Brooks is starting to, I don't want to say superstar. That's crazy.
Nah, Dylan Brooks hooping, man. He doing a little push-off movement, but he's been hooping.
He's been a star.
He's been hooping. He talking his trash.
Averaging over 21 points.
Yes. But it's not like it's not like a 21, his 21 will be meaningful because he talk after every bucket and you feel it like you have to take his buckets with a soda grain. Like every single time. Every time.
It's ridiculous. And I wasn't too high on this Phoenix Suns team before the year started. But they're good. I mean, I don't want to say, listen, if they can get hot, they can beat any team in the West.
For sure.
Maybe not OKC. No disrespect. I'm not just saying that. Or Denver. Anybody else, they could see them for sure.
I do want to talk about one last thing. I feel like we kind of about to wrap it up a little bit. Ja Morant was not moved off the Memphis Grizzlies after Memphis had a lot of moves. With the Utah Jazz.
Because nobody wants Ja.
Nobody wants Ja.
I'm glad that we can wants Ja Morant. I'm so glad we can give Ja a segment because we talked about this a little earlier. Ja has no value, and it's crazy.
You got to give him a pick to get him.
The fact that there were
not even that. Jaren Jackson requires that many picks, like he's Giannis or something like that. But Ja is nothing.
Exactly.
A former All-NBA All-Star.
Because of the injuries. I think it's really just the injuries and the head coaching stuff. I think the suspensions actually aren't that.
The suspension is the start of it all. That was the start of it all.
Of course, it's the start of questioning Ja. But if
Ja Morant has played less than 40% of his games in the last 3 years.
He also hasn't been playing good. He hasn't been playing good.
You don't have time to get the practice to play good. You're always injured. Right now, as we're talking.
He had that one breakout game.
Okay.
And we were like, whoa.
And then what happened? 3 games later, he got injured again with the UCL. Every other week. It's something else. It's something else.
And listen, I think Memphis' best bet is you paid him that big contract.
Yeah.
Just keep him.
They are.
Yeah.
At the point, they are.
No, but through the offseason. If you were to get
Giannis and Ja Morant are both getting moved in this offseason.
You think so?
For sure. But the only thing is that I think both teams kind of did it wrong. Like you're not taking the trades and now they are going to be able to walk just in the offseason. Like you're not going to get anything back for it.
No, because Giannis is going to have 1 year on his contract, and then teams are basically going to be like, "Are we renting Giannis?"
Basically,
I don't want to give you all these picks.
You are renting that Giannis for 1 year. It's a 1-year rental, simply.
And he'll go where? He'll go big market
for 1 year, maybe New York. Maybe New York. They have one more postseason of Cat before they say we can't do this anymore.
That's true.
Simply, we can't do this anymore.
That's true. And you could, I think, Giannis does make the most sense for New York. He said he wants to go play in a big market. Him in New York with Brunson.
Him and Brunson would be nice. As much as I hate the guy, Brunson with a big man is always good. You still, because I don't know what else.
And it's a different type of big man. That's a big man that can be anywhere on the floor.
Yeah, for sure. A dominant big guy. Yeah.
And listen, to your point, if they can get him for nothing,
exactly,
like you get to retain your roster. Exactly. Obviously, Cat would be gone for money reasons, or they would have to trade somebody with the big bag.
Something would have to be. It would have to be Cat somehow just involved in the mix. It wouldn't be a Cat, Giannis, and
no.
They wouldn't go that.
But that would be a great dynamic duo, and I think they're built around defenders. They obviously just traded for Jose Alvarado. They're trying to build up the bench a little more. Duke McBride's out.
Yeah, I know. But it's only injury. Like, it's not like he's out. He's injury.
True. But if Giannis was on the Knicks, forget it.
No, that was should have been like his top key landing spot since the start of the season.
And for Ja, because I know we were really talking about him. I see him going to Miami if he does get traded somehow.
Pat Riley, just not I don't know.
You say that like Pat Riley hasn't had personalities that he's had to deal with before.
No, it's just because he doesn't like to make moves. Pat Riley will never make a move. He sleeps on trade deadline days. Hope you know that. And all season. He sleeps the whole off season trade deadline days. Just sleeps.
But where else would Ja fit?
Ja Morant could have won a couple plays. I just don't know if they are winning basketball teams. That's all. That's the one thing with Ja. Ja can go places like the Pelicans. He can try the Kings. But that's what I'm saying. You see that face you made? Because they don't win basketball teams.
Because that's the last thing I actually wanted to say. That's what I've been meaning to bring up to you as well. The Pelicans. They've been so. I sent you the picture last night. Sadiq Bey.
Because it was a good win.
It was.
That was a good win for
They
them.
shouldn't be this bad.
They shouldn't. With that team,
They shouldn't be
that
this bad. But what does inserting Ja do?
A lot.
Like, I think they
Ja
need.
Morant would do a lot for
if
that
they
team. I
had
hope
a
you know
great-
that Ja
they need a
Morant with the
great coach.
Pelicans is a top.
They need a better coach.
Yeah, they're a top 10 team. They take Portland out of that whole run, and they are a top 10 team with Ja Morant. Ja Morant, Zion Williamson, Derek Queen, what was it, Sadiq Bey? Who else did drop 30?
That's true. That's true.
That team would have been nice. And Jordan Poole off the bench, Kevin Looney. That team would be nice. You're making that face.
You'd have to give
In
up.
the summer? No, you wouldn't.
Oh, if you were to sign, if you were to wait till that.
past trade deadline.
if you
We're
were
past it.
if you were
dog.
yeah.
We're past it. Like he's saying, Ja Morant will be a Grizzly for the rest of the season. After this, if he was to go to the Pelicans and they let him walk, that team would be nice.
But the thing about Ja is he's locked in for like 5 years in his contract. His contract that he has now, he's under that rookie extension. So the problem is he can't walk.
Yes, he can.
How
Can
would he
he really
walk?
not?
He would have to get traded, and then he would be stuck on that team.
Well, still, that even if you have to give up Jordan Poole or somebody else like that, that team could still be decent. As long as you have
Yeah.
Zion, Derek Queen, and maybe one other good people.
I think Jeremiah
It was
Trey and Trey Murphy. Trey Murphy,
and Herb.
sure.
Trey and Herb. You keep at least. Well, I think one
Herb
of
can
them.
go.
Herb can go. Trey
Murphy's
is
been
different.
dropping 40
Trey is
recently.
different. If you can keep Trey, Zion, and Derek, let all else be. Let even Sadiq Bey, if that has to go, let all else be.
That could be a great team.
That could be
Ceiling?
See, now you're seeing it. That could be
Ceiling,
a top
that could
10
be a
team.
great team.
It can for sure.